Well, hello there. Good morning, multiverse. Hey there, friends and foes. Welcome to Back of the Cereal Box, the pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturdays of our youth while surviving adulthood today. I am your host, the prophet of pop culture, John Pyka. You can call me Johnny. And on this morning's episode, we are going to take a deep dive into Bugs Bunny and the Looney Tunes as part of our Saturday morning 101 series. You don't want to miss it right after this from the Murdering Crows.
It's like Coca-Cola, Levi Strauss, Johnny Carson and Mickey Mouse. The first star was James Dean, Elvis Presley, and he's still the king. Some things are only imitatable. You can't beat an original. Oh, you can't beat an original.
Thank you to the Murdering Crows for that awesome theme song. It is available from Amazon, iTunes, or Google, or anywhere that you buy music. And welcome to you, our audience. Welcome to Back of the Cereal Box, the pop culture podcast that celebrates the fun of the Saturdays of our youth while surviving adulthood today. And we are called Back of the Cereal Box because when I was a kid, Saturday mornings meant a big bowl of cereal, sitting down to watch cartoons, read comic books, watch kung fu movies, Godzilla movies, and in between cartoons, comics, kaiju, and kung fu movies, because we didn't have smartphones or tablets at the breakfast table on Saturday morning, or any morning for that matter. We were reading the back of the cereal box, and that was our portal, that was our newspaper, that was our world. And they would have comics and games and sometimes records that you could cut out, toys inside the box, and everything that I love about Saturday came from the back of the cereal box, and that's what our show is about. This show is also about you and introducing you to something new or taking you on a trip back in time. And you, the audience, get to comment. And we already have comments from Dave Mattingly, who says, "Good morning, box tops." And we've got comments from Molly Daniels, who says, "Good morning." And that's how this show works. You, the audience, can participate in the chat and be the other co-host. And if you like the show and you like what we're doing, we want to consider giving a donation, $2, $5, $10 more at buymeacoffee.com/cerealbox/cerealboxpod. First day with my new tongue. That's going on a t-shirt, by the way. The banner is scrolling down below. So anytime during the show, if you say, wow, I really like what they're doing, I think I will contribute a bowl or two of cereal, or maybe even buy them a whole box, you can do that. And if you hate the show, contribute even more generously so that we can improve. We also want to thank our supporters who do that. Our super cereal box friends, Eli Cash, Sharice Collins. You know what? That's hard. Cash, Sharice. I should have put that in a different order. Eli Cash, Sharice Collins, Eli Cash, Dave Mattingly, Dave Manginelli, and Greg and Crystal Jones. Can we just do that all over again? Can I just cut right there and edit that in post? That is unbelievable. Join them. Those people listed, you can have your name in lights as well and become a cereal box supporter. Sharice Collins, Eli Cash, Dave Manginelli, Dave Mattingly, Greg, and Crystal Jones at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. We are also brought to you by the Tales of the Decoverse series, Night Reich, One Night at the Roxy, The League of Impossibles, available at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, wherever you get books, and from our co-host, Sarah Jenkins, Every Beaten Path, available at Amazon or your local bookstore. Go into the local bookstore and ask them to get Every Beaten Path in stock. That would be awesome. Speaking of our co-hosts, let's welcome in the rest of the panel. The one, the only, the incomparable one, the original Geek Girl. She is my broadcast partner of 11 years, a fan of all things Ghostbusters, Jurassic Park, Wizard of Oz, and of course, the TV show Friends. It's Dee Bartee.
John, you're having some issues this morning.
I am tang-tungled. I don't know what's going on. It's early. Wait, I'm going to be Dee Bartee. It's so early. I'm so tired.
Would you like some coffee?
I had Yoo-hoo.
I think you need to have more.
I think so too.
Yoo-hoo!
Dee Bartee, I am in a crisis this morning.
Oh no.
I am having a crisis. I cannot find any of my hair dye to color my beard. Those of you watching have noticed. I've gotten questions. John, what happened to the hot pink? What happened to the purple? I can't find the dye. I can't find the color.
So there's this thing, it's called the store. You just go right down and get more?
I have to order it on Amazon. It's a whole thing. I'm not happy about it. All right, let's welcome our other... I know, let my fingers do the walking. For those of you who are under 20 years old, you have no idea what that reference is to. Maybe under 30 years old. I don't know. That's an old reference. All the way from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. I had no problem saying that. She is our emotional support Canadian. She is a fan of comic books, all things superheroes, in particular the X-Men. She is the social media socialite, the peppermint princess, the one, the only Willow Skylor.
Hi.
You forgot to say our emotional support Canadian.
No, I did. I just did it out of order.
Oh, okay.
I did it.
That's who she is to me.
Yes.
I love
although we discovered just before going live that although she is our emotional support Canadian, Willow has a fear of traveling to Mexico because she's afraid that Canadians get killed in Mexico.
I thought you were going to talk about the other thing we were talking about.
No.
No.
No headlights on this show. But apparently Canadians getting murdered in Mexico is an international crisis that I didn't know about until this morning.
It just seems like every so often there's a news bulletin that comes out of, someone getting killed in Mexico, either because they traveled outside of where they were supposed to, or
Well,
I mean, look, last week I saw a news report here in Nashville that a local Nashvilleian woman was murdered in Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. So maybe Americans should be afraid of traveling.
Well, okay.
To Winnipeg. I'm just saying.
I kind of do live in the murder capital of Canada, so I guess
I had no idea. Laughing hysterically in the back room, coming to us from her secret beach house somewhere in an undisclosed location in Middle Tennessee, is author extraordinaire, fellow retro pop culture maven. She is a beautiful cosplayer, actress, director, and podcaster. She is the author of Every Beaten Path, the host of Coffee and Words. Give it up for author Sarah Jenkins.
Hello. I just got back from Mexico, and I would like to say that no Canadians were murdered while I was there. At least that I'm aware
no
of.
Canadians were harmed or murdered.
So Sarah, how did you like the little graphic that I put together for you?
Thank you. I love it. That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome? Yeah, I'm playing with Canva.
All right.
And anyway, welcome everybody. It's been a while since all four of us have been together in one place. So
it's been like
super excited. No, because you weren't here, Sarah.
2 weeks.
You were in Mexico.
I was. I went AWOL last week.
And 2 weeks ago, we were at Chattacon where Willow was
Oh,
not
so
present.
yeah, okay.
So
I give you that. Okay.
yeah, yeah. See, time does that, Dee. Anyway. Welcome everybody. We are going to be taking a deep dive into Looney Tunes and Bugs Bunny, but I got to ask you guys, you're 10 years old. What's getting you up on Saturday morning? What's on the TV and what's in the bowl at 10 years old? Dee, you go first.
What?
This was in the outline. I told you I was going to ask you this question. We talked
about this last week.
It says right here, Johnny introduces Dee and Willow and Sarah and asks, it's Saturday morning, you're 10 years old, what is on TV and what's in your bowl then?
Let's see. Let's pick one. Lucky Charms.
Okay. And what's on TV? The Real Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
See how easy that was?
I don't know. I had to think, like, what year was it? What was I doing? Like, I don't know.
It was 1992. Actually, it was probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or My Little Pony.
Okay, I probably watched that.
Yeah.
Care Bears.
Okay. Willow, you're 10 years old. It's Saturday. What's on TV? What's in the bowl then?
Okay, so probably Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Gummy Bears.
All right.
I don't know if you guys got that
Yeah,
down
we did.
there. I'm sure you guys did.
It was a Disney show.
Yeah, and then there was, what was in my bowl? Probably like Cheerios or Fruit Loops or something basic like that.
All right. Sarah, you're 10 years old. What was on TV? What was in the bowl then?
Okay, Apple Jacks.
Okay.
And you'll be proud of me. I thought of a new show today. Captain Planet.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I don't remember
Captain
if that was
Planet.
1991, but it should have been around that time frame. So
Yeah, it was.
The one where they had all the rings.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
I watched that.
Oh my goodness.
I couldn't remember if that was a Saturday morning show or if that was like a weekly.
It
So-
started as a Saturday morning
in
show.
Virginia. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I remember wanting to be like,
Yeah.
"Power water."
It started as a Saturday morning show, and then it did go into syndication on USA Network. And you remember USA Network had an afternoon block. I forget what they called it, but the train came down, and anyway, it was a thing. So that was the 10-year-old, the Saturday morning of our youth. What's in our bowl this morning to help us survive adulthood today? Sarah?
I don't have a bowl, but I'm really excited and I can't wait to eat this. So I was ready for this segment.
All right.
I have freshly baked sourdough cinnamon rolls, homemade. I started them last night and then I finished them this morning. They just came out of the oven. And so
Are those organic? No sugar.
Of course. Yeah. And I have my own sourdough starter that I make all kinds of things with. So yeah.
Okay.
Sarah, sorry, Johnny. I love your plate. That reminds me of my grandma.
Yeah.
So okay, for all of the viewers who tune in just to see the girls eat, it's a thing.
What?
Oh, I get the messages. They want to see you eat the cereal slower, Willow. That's what they all say. I want to see Willow take her time.
You really want to see me slop all over myself too?
Is it delicious, Sarah?
Mhm. It's amazing.
So here's the deal. So I've got to deliver some snacks that we've been tasked to try on air. Next Saturday, we're going to do a taste test of Candy Pop and Cookie Pop, and they sent us this giant box. I mean, giant box. I thought they would send us a couple bags. They sent us 20 bags. So I'm going to divide them up today, and I'm going to bring them down to Dee tomorrow. So, so Sarah, if there's any way that you could meet me at Dee's house so that you could just get yours, that would be great. It's a whole package. So I'm gonna send you I'm gonna put the bags of the snacks together, and you've got 2 books. Because next Saturday we're also going to be giving our review of the Writers of the Future, volume 38, and doing a live taste test of Cookie Pop and Candy Pop. And just for you, Dee Bartee, next Saturday we'll have a special guest. James Scott from Scotland is going to be joining us.
Oh.
And we are going to be talking about Tom and Jerry just for you, Dee.
Yay!
So it's going to be super fun next Saturday. But Willow, what's in your bowl this morning?
It is
So
the
since it's super fun next Saturday, sorry, Willow.
Nope.
Can I not try the Sour Patch Kids popcorn?
Oh, yeah, you are.
I don't like Sour Patch Kids.
I know. That's why you're going to try it. It's good TV. So what's in your bowl, Sarah? Or Willow?
It is the whatever's left of my Fruity Pebbles.
Okay.
Which I will have to state, someone had mentioned on my TikTok and on Facebook, he commented on my video, that Fruity Pebbles used to be a little puffed rice.
Cocoa Pebbles,
So-
they said that. And I don't think that's true. I think Brian K. Morris is mistaken. I saw
Somebody
that
Google
comment.
it. I'll Google it right now.
Dee Bartee is just looking for a reason to pick up her phone and be on her phone. She's been in the back room. She's been doing this all morning.
I've tried to find things.
So,
Okay, I love it.
For those that don't remember, I went on a bit of a rant on TikTok and Instagram and Facebook because I was completely thrown off at the fact that Fruity Pebbles has changed into what looks like little shaved pieces of Fruit Loops.
They're flakes. They're rice flakes. Sweetened rice cereal. And I've actually still got my
Okay,
box of
the
Halloween
shape-
Fruity Pebbles right here.
The shape is now closer to Rice Krispies rather than flat pieces. So
But that's not true either.
that's what I'm saying.
I just had Cocoa Pebbles
They
last week.
changed the flavoring.
Oh, the
not-
flavor, but not
Yeah.
the shape.
I
got it.
knew they changed something though. Like, yes, I do recall that that they changed the flavor because I could have sworn that there was a more distinct flavor.
Yeah, so it went to more of a natural flavor than the artificial flavor.
Aha.
Now this morning I've got Frosted Flakes. This is the Obi-Wan Kenobi Frosted Flakes. The Star Wars. Now, these came out 9 months ago, but not in Middle Tennessee. They finally made it to Middle Tennessee last week, 6 months after the show was on the air.
That happens a lot. It's like because we're south, I guess. I don't know.
Yes. So I'm going to do a taste test of the dark side, light side, Obi-Wan Kenobi Frosted Flakes. Now, dry taste test. They are 2 different colors. There's the regular Frosted Flakes with the chocolate Frosted Flakes. So that's the thing. The regular is the light side. The chocolate is the dark side. Dry taste test.
Dave says, I've got a great feeling about this. That's awesome. There's so many comments. Holy moly.
I know. We're going to get to them in just a minute. Don't jump ahead. Everyone stay together. It's more fun when we get there together. So I'm going to pour some milk in. Dry taste test tastes just like regular Frosted Flakes. I don't know that the chocolate adds anything, but we're going to find out. I've never had chocolate Frosted Flakes until this morning. So
What? Oh,
Yeah.
they're so good, especially the ones with the marshmallows.
So, I love Frosted Flakes. Frosted Flakes is definitely a top 10. This doesn't taste any different. I don't even taste the chocolate. So, from a cereal perspective, Frosted Flakes for me is a solid 4.5 out of 5 bowls of cereal. But as a special, separate me from my money marketing ploy, this gets 2.5 bowls out of 5. It's regular Frosted Flakes. That's all it is. There's nothing special here. It's delicious, though. And Dee, what do we say about Frosted Flakes? They're what?
Great.
Yeah. You know what? It takes longer to chew Frosted Flakes than it does the other cereals. I underestimated the crunch ratio to speech ratio. Anyway, we do have a ton of comments, and it is time for viewer comments, and there are a lot. Holy cow. We might spend the next hour just doing comments.
People woke up this morning.
Yeah.
Back of the cereal box AMA.
Dave Mattingly says, does Star Wars cereal taste like the Force? Don't eat the dark side. No, it tastes like Frosted Flakes. I guess that is a Force, right?
Dave, I look forward to your comments every Saturday. You crack me up so much. I just absolutely love it. Just gotta tell you that. I laugh at like everything you say.
Look who is watching. It's Sakatumi. She is a good friend of mine from Imaginarium. And that's how you pronounce her name. Sakatumi. Boom. All right. Anyway, that was a lot funnier in my head. Our good friend JD says, morning, y'all. Good morning, JD. And Dave Mattingly also adds, today I'll be at Oddities and Curiosities Expo in Louisville. Oh, that sounds like so much fun. They do that expo here in Nashville, and I don't know when they're coming to Nashville, but yeah, super, super cool. Super cool. And
take lots of pictures.
Yes, please. Well, Dave is not a big picture taker. He is an experience it in the moment kind of guy. He and I are a lot alike in that way. I come home from a convention and I have 0 pictures. And I'm like, I didn't take a single picture.
I'm that way. That's why I love it when Sarah's there, because Sarah's like, let's take a picture. Let's take a picture.
I did like
I'm
that.
like honed in.
I'm the same way. Like I'll bring my camera and then I'll be like, I'll completely forget to take all the pictures that I wanted.
Well, I guess it's because that's my job. And so like, I just don't take pictures if I'm not getting paid to. I don't know.
It's easier to take a picture if somebody else is in it with you.
Yeah.
Yeah. JD says, Willow goes where she wants to go. And that's an X-Men reference. Do you get that reference,
Yes.
Willow?
Yep. It's a Wolverine thing.
Okay. All right. So JD says anyone in the wrong area of Mexico gets taken. We're not going to talk about that this morning. That's not why we're here. We're not going to focus on that kind of negativity and toxicity.
Anyone in the wrong area of anywhere can get.
I survived.
Yay.
Now, listen, our fans are already posting quotes from Looney Tunes. Like Dave Mattingly says, duck season, wabbit season, duck season, wabbit season, Canadian season. Molly Daniels says, I should have taken a left at Albuquerque. And Dave Mattingly says, Willow, I love the background. But then Carl adds, Carl Witzman says, nope, no Canadians were harmed in the making of this program.
Yet.
Yet.
The show only started.
You know, Willow, we're coming for you.
Our good friend Sandra Noel says, morning, found IHOP blueberry pancake cereal. And you guys, I've heard nothing but great things about this cereal.
Really?
It's from Post cereal, and everyone that I've talked to loves it.
Well, of course, because Post is amazing.
Yeah, so I've got to find
I
it.
may have to try this.
And JD says about your book, Sarah, says that house on the book cover looks like the home Nancy lived in Nightmare on Elm Street. Was that intentional?
No, it was not.
Now, that's
I'm
not
gonna
a
have to go
horror
back
book.
and watch that now. No, it's not. It's a
But you
contemporary
like
story.
writing horror.
I switched genres. I now write in the dark fiction horror category.
Oh.
When's the first book in that genre coming out?
Soon. I don't know. Ask the publishers. They're the ones that decide that. So I have no control.
All right, so
I like
so this is funny, man. There's so many comments. James Scott with Across the Pond says, when I was 10, we were getting Power Sugar Puffs and watching Captain Planet. So they changed the name of that cereal. It used to be Super Sugar Crisps, and then it was Power Sugar Puffs. Now it's called Golden Puffs or Golden Crisp. They had to take sugar out of the title.
Weird.
Yeah, it was a legal thing because there was a
Was
law
it
passed
always
here in
that?
the U.S.
Wasn't it
What's that?
always golden puffs, or wasn't that always
No.
a thing?
No, it was originally called Super Sugar Smacks.
Oh, Sugar Smacks.
Smacks was a different
That's a frog
cereal
one.
altogether, though,
That's the
wasn't
big
it?
green frog.
Yeah, that's Sugar Smacks, and then there was Super Sugar Crisp, and now that's just called Golden Crisp.
So what was the golden? There was a golden one.
There
when I
was a
growing
sugar
up.
puff. I
Mhm.
remember a sugar puff.
I don't remember that. I don't remember Sugar Puff. Maybe I missed out.
It had a teddy bear as
Yeah, now it's called Golden Crisp. It was Super Sugar Crisp or Super Sugar Puffs, and now it's called Golden Crisp because in the U.S. there was a law passed about regulations for marketing products to children, and they had to remove the word sugar from any product that is marketed on a cereal aisle to kids. You didn't know that, did you? It's in the early 90s.
Hey.
George Bueller says, has anyone tried the Captain Crunch all red berries? It's awesome. Not yet.
I want
I
to.
want some. That's amazing.
If they'll bring it up to Canada, I will try.
I'll bring it up to Canada, Willow.
Yeah, you taking it would probably be cheaper than shipping it.
I'll just meet you guys at the border, the Manitoba border that has nobody guarding it.
There you go.
You guys just
There.
toss it over.
That's fantastic. You know what? We might have to make that happen, Willow.
We should totally do that. That would be
We
amazing.
do.
Middle of the night cereal raid.
I put this out. Listen, I cannot believe how expensive airline tickets are right now. I tried to book a flight to Phoenix to go to my friend's funeral in 2 weeks. $1,000 for a round trip ticket for just one person.
Yeah,
That's
That's
insane.
because it was 2 weeks from your destination or
Right,
your travel dates.
right.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna say. If you book it months in advance, it's only a couple $100.
Domestic air, you want to book 4 to 6 weeks prior to travel, and international,
Well-
you want to book like 9 to 14 weeks.
I didn't know about it that far in advance.
Yeah, well, yeah,
You should.
Right?
that's where they get you. That's like they're like, aha, we've got you.
There was
But-
a little thing where if I were to come down to for a convention and work with you guys, I need to know in advance that so that I can get a visa for the weekend.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I wouldn't actually need to get a worker's visa for the weekend so that I can
Well,
prove that I'm working.
Only if you get
It's
paid.
the whole thing.
We
Yeah,
don't pay.
you could do it on just a visitors. Like you
Yeah.
just come in to visit.
Yeah, but if Canada customs are strange. Yeah.
Well, we'll just smuggle you back home. We'll just smuggle you over the border.
We'll just hide you here. There's plenty of jobs you can get that you don't have to have a visa here.
Mm-hmm. A lot. Now, I put out in the universe earlier last week, if anyone has an RV that they want to get rid of as a sponsor, or even, you know what, wrap their ad on an RV and donate for us to drive around the country to do episodes, kind of like your friend doing that van life, Sarah. Listen, we could do some great things if we had some wheels. Anyway, that we're just going to let that hang in the universe.
Who's driving this thing?
Brian. Robert Seth Goodyear said, I love Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle cereal, which I never had. I love Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Captain Crunch, but then he ruins the entire vibe by saying, I like adding raisins and bananas with Frosted Flakes. Robert, that is a perfect segue to remind everyone.
Bananas are good with it, but raisins?
To beware of the fool's chocolate. Raisins could be anywhere. Be wary. And Molly Daniels asks, how was Star Wars Obi-Wan Kenobi Frosted Flakes price-wise? Same as regular Frosted Flakes? No. I got this on clearance at Ollie's for $1.99 a box. It never hit regular retail, but it hit the clearance shelves. What is going on with Middle Tennessee, Dee? Why can we not get products when they are supposed to be on shelves? 6 months later, and it goes straight to clearance. What is that all about?
I have no idea.
Are we getting the clearance closeout items from California?
That's exactly what I was about to say. That might be what's happening. They might have actually never come to Middle Tennessee. It's just clearance from California.
Anyway, Dave Mattingly says, I might take pictures today just to spite Johnny. I would love that. And George Bueller adds another Looney Tunes quote, I'll hug him and squeeze him and call him George.
Aww.
I say that all the time. And
I
then
do too.
I showed my kids and they were like, oh, that's amazing.
I love that. And Molly Daniels says Sugar Bear, yes, is the mascot for Super Sugar Crisp, and love Sugar Bear. You remember he had that voice, that almost
the golden
Lando
voice.
that almost Billy D. Williams voice. Get yourself a box of Sugar Crisp.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
We need to play that commercial on the show one day.
You know what? I think we'll have to find it. So Sandra Noel says, man taken into custody for investigation into why he was seen throwing boxes of cereal over the Canadian border.
We were only trying to get away from paying the custom fee.
Oh my gosh.
Well, that is a great segue to our main topic this morning. And that is what is on TV this week in the Rec Room. We are talking about Saturday morning essential Looney Tunes, the cartoon that starred Bugs Bunny, Daffy Duck, Wile E. Coyote, Tweety Bird, Roadrunner, Sylvester, and so many more. A virtual who's who cast of characters from the Saturday experience of our youth. Now, some facts about Looney Tunes that you may not know. Willow, Sarah, Willow, you start. What are 25 facts about Looney Tunes that people may not know?
All right. Bugs Bunny is a known traveler who most often takes the wrong turn. This is why you've seen him in places like Himalayas, Antarctica, and wherever else. However, very few people are aware Bugs originally came from where Bugs originally came from. In case you wondered, Bugs was born in Brooklyn, New York.
What?
He took a wrong turn in Albuquerque, New York.
From Brooklyn.
Yeah, yeah.
See that?
Sarah, what else do we not know?
All right. Did you know that before given the name Tweety, the famous bird was called Orson? He was also originally pink, not yellow.
I did not know that. That would have been a completely different show, right? Orson Bird? That doesn't have the same ring to it as Tweety Bird, does it?
No.
Willow next.
In 2006, Volkswagen rolled out 3 new GTI commercials starring the Looney Tunes superhero mouse. Speedy Gonzalez. The commercials were part of an ongoing effort by a German automaker to win the growing Hispanic market in North America.
That sounds a little bit sus to me.
Didn't they just recently have to get rid of Speedy Gonzalez for certain reasons?
No, they didn't get rid of him, but he has been called on the carpet as being racially insensitive. But that commercial probably is what sparked that whole debate, because how racially insensitive is that for the Germans and Volkswagen to say, hey, we can sell more Volkswagens to Hispanics if we use a Hispanic mouse. I don't know. That seems a little bit problematic to me. Everyone's keeping their lips tightly closed, and that's probably for the best. Next, Sarah.
Sylvester's name is a pun on Sylvestris, the scientific name for the wild cat and also ancestor of domestic cats.
I did not know that. Dee Bartee, did you know that?
Nope.
No. Sorry, I'm having to mute. My dogs are barking like crazy. I'm like, what the heck is going on out there?
Look, because we're talking about anthropomorphic animals. They want to get in on the conversation.
Apparently.
And Willow, what's something we did not know about Yosemite Sam?
Yosemite Sam is better known in France as Sam the Pirate. That's because the French have become accustomed to seeing his pirate persona as the default Sam and all the others, including the cowboy, as variations.
Ooh, I hate that rabbit.
Huh.
I did not know that. I don't remember.
I'm trying to remember his pirate persona.
I don't remember that either. Sarah, do you remember Sam being a pirate?
I do not.
All right, we got to track that down. We're going to track down that episode. What's the next fact that people don't know about Looney Tunes, Sarah?
Witch Hazel is the only character to date to appear in both Warner Brothers and Disney shorts.
How did that work? So I know that character. She's the witch, the green witch with the big nose and the stringy hair. And who owns that character today? How does that work? Does Warner Brothers have to get licensing from Disney to show those old episodes, or vice versa? Maybe that's why I haven't seen that character in forever.
Probably.
And Willow, what about Bosco? Uh-oh, Willow lost her place.
Sorry, my apologies. Trying to Google something. Bosco was the first ever major Looney Tune character. His first film was called Bosco the Talk Ink Kid, first known on April 19th, 1929.
So does that Bosco character look familiar to anybody else? I know that the fans, audience watching and listening, you can't see the image that we see on the 25 Facts About Looney Tunes primer that we're using. But Bosco is the model for the Warner Brothers and Dot from Animaniacs. It's time for Animaniacs. We're going to talk about that in a minute. What about Wile E. Coyote? Sarah, what does the E stand for?
In case you always wondered, the letter E stands for, in Wile E. Coyote, it stands for Ethelbert.
Ethelbert. What kind of name is Ethelbert?
Is that like an early Anglo-Saxon England King Alfred Last Kingdom type name?
I don't know. It must be
Shameless
something
plug
with
for the show Last Kingdom.
So, Dee, how would you like to have Ethelbert as your middle name?
I'm good.
Darla Ethelbert.
Don't tell people my real name.
I think that is a great stage name for Dee Bartee.
Book
That's
your
great.
Today with Darla Ethelbert.
You want to hear something really funny? John has known me for 11 years and thought my real name was Deidre.
I did. Anyway.
Even though I've told him a million times. Do I look like a Deidre?
You look like a Sandra D is what you look like. From Greece. Sandy D. Sandra D. Anyway.
I'll take it.
Moving on.
Anyway, Willow, what about Tweety Bird?
Though many people assume Tweety is female, in the Tweety Pie short, we learned that Tweety is actually a male.
Who thought it was female?
I don't think
I did
people ever.
Really?
Yeah. I was going to say, I never
I
thought.
always thought Tweety was male.
Yeah.
Always. As a kid.
I did too.
Oh.
What?
You got to put up that last comment.
Okay. The last comment.
You'll love this, Sarah. You'll love this.
Oh, you look like a Glenda, D, says Grizzly Adams from a Glenda from Wizard of Oz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glenda the Good Witch.
Yeah. So
are you a good witch or a bad witch?
So when Sarah and I were gonna do the murder mystery dinner, that's who I was gonna be, was Glenda.
Listen, I would love to see you guys do a duo cosplay as Glenda and Elphaba from Wicked. That would be super fun. Anyway, moving right along.
I'm
Willow,
down. Let's do it, Sarah.
Yeah.
What about Taz?
Well, despite being one of the most popular and iconic Looney Tunes characters, he has appeared only in 5 shorts.
You know what? So this was something that surprised me because Taz is such a famous, beloved character, and he only appeared in 5 Looney Tunes cartoons.
Wow.
That's crazy, isn't it?
Huh. My uncle was obsessed with him. It was hilarious.
And Willow, what can you tell us about Private Snafu?
Private Snafu appeared in 26 training shorts for the U.S. Army during World War II, which were not available to the public until recently.
Yeah, so those were training cartoons. You know, how brilliant was that? The U.S. government said, hey, the best way to train our soldiers is with cartoons. And they weren't wrong. I think we need to use cartoons more for educational purposes in formal settings. What?
No, I'm just... It's fine. Like, yeah, I agree with you. Educational purposes, as long as they're not using it to, brainwash people.
Well, I mean, that's part of training. But anyway, you know what? Private Snafu, the most famous Private Snafu short is about dysentery and STDs. It was a problem among soldiers.
Wow.
We're just going to leave it at that. Sarah, tell us about Porky Pig.
Well, he was initially voiced by a stutterer who later lost his job and was replaced by Mel Blanc for not being able to get through his lines. That's sad.
Which is hysterical, right? So they fired the guy who couldn't get through his lines, And then they hire Mel Blanc to do the voice, and he does it with a stutter. What in the world?
Yeah.
Discriminatory against stutterers. I think that's awful. Okay, sorry, I just want to say that.
No,
It
I
was
agree
a
with you.
different time. Different time.
And Willow has a fact about Marvin the Martian that I never knew.
Marvin the Martian was never named the original Looney Tunes, never named in the original Looney Tunes shorts. So I guess he was just known as the alien.
I guess when did he actually get his name? When did he actually become known as Marvin? Dee, since you're
Dave,
not...
you're in the chat. You're our...
help now.
Yeah, let's see who can find that answer first, Dave or Dee. And Sarah, Granny.
Granny. Well, even though she was not the original voice for Granny, June Foray is the most well-known and the one who has voiced her the longest. She started back in 1955, and 61 years later, she's still the voice of the iconic cartoon Granny. Who is Granny?
Tweety's owner. She's the one who owns Tweety and Sylvester.
Yes. Oh. Okay, sorry.
Now I'm going to do this next one, but because I'm going to do it in the voice. Foghorn Leghorn was based almost exclusively on another character, Senator Beauregard Claghorn, a character from the Fred Allen radio show. He was also the only major Looney Tunes character whose physical design, I say, never changed.
So he was called Commander Flying Saucer X2 in the 1952 shorts.
Marvin the Martian.
Yes, but he got his name in 1979.
Okay. Awesome.
Yay, Marvin. All right.
I did not know this about Elmer Fudd, Willow.
Elmer Fudd is the only major male Looney Tune character not voiced by Mel Blanc. He was voiced by Arthur Q. Bryant. His singing voice was done by Roy Rogers in 1938 cartoon A Feud There Was. Wow.
I did not know that.
Wow.
Roy Rogers, 1938. You guys, 1938. That is crazy. I need to go find that episode.
Wait,
I didn't know.
You watched it when it originally aired, right? Oh, you didn't?
So speaking of Mel Blanc, speaking of Mel Blanc, Sarah.
Well, his voicing of Daffy Duck holds the record for the longest of an animated character by the original actor-actress, 52 years, from 1937 to 1989. So it started a year before you were watching Looney Tunes.
That's awesome.
And what about Cecil Turtle, Willow? I'm not talking to you, Sarah.
We're not sure if you remember this, but Cecil Turtle beat Bugs Bunny in all three of the cartoons in which he appeared.
I loved this character, and I loved all three of these shows. They recreated the tortoise versus the hare race, and every single time Bugs got his comeuppance. And this is, by the way, why most people consider Bugs Bunny actually to be a real jerk, because he was portrayed in these cartoons as just an absolute idiot. I mean, he was just not a cool guy. He was a jerk. Anyway, speaking of Bugs Bunny, the person who will not be named.
Thank you, John. I will take it from here. Bugs Bunny was drafted by the U.S. Marine Corps during World War II as a private first class. Really?
Yeah. Bugs Bunny.
Oh.
And he did a great training short about gremlins. About it was a safety training video, but it actually became a very popular episode where Bugs was battling gremlins on the fighter plane. Now, I'm going to read this next one because speaking of Bugs Bunny, he was in a very controversial cartoon, which has been removed. You cannot see this anywhere that I'm aware of.
Oh.
That episode when Bugs was recruited wasn't the only time Bugs was involved in World War II. In 1944, Bugs starred in Bugs Bunny Nips the Nips, an American World War II propaganda short that quickly became dated because of its racist portrayals of Japanese soldiers. In case you feel like Bugs has been a racist, just keep in mind that the film was created shortly after the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. There's context to that, but most people forget the context and just see that racist portrayal of the Japanese, and it's pretty much been banned. If you can find Bugs Bunny Nips the Nips, let us know, because it's a hard one to find.
I thought that was you going back to what we were talking about pre.
No, had nothing to do with headlights, Dee Bartee.
Nips the Nips.
Sarah, what about Bugs Bunny? Or I mean Daffy Duck.
Well, Daffy
5.
Duck was the original star and main face of Looney Tunes until Bugs Bunny appeared. This caused him to become jealous, and they became rivals. With the passage of time, however, they eventually became friends.
I think the actual term is frenemy. I don't think they're actually friends. I just think they work together.
Sorry, John, I have to do this because this is so.
Yeah, go ahead. This
Looney
is yours.
Tunes. I don't know if you guys can see that.
We see it.
Screwball. Love it. And Willow, I know that you and Sarah need to jump real quick, so let's do the last 4 real quick. Willow, what about the Roadrunner and
All right.
Wile E. Coyote?
The Roadrunner can't hurt or harm Wile E. Coyote in any way. The only thing he does is beep beep, which seems to irritate the famous coyote way too much for his own good. Mimi.
And what about Sylvester, Sarah?
Yes, arguably one of the most tortured cats in history. Appeared in 3 out of the 5 Oscar-winning Looney Tunes shorts. That makes him the company's character with the most Academy Awards. Wow.
That is fantastic. And Willow, Speedy Gonzales?
Speedy Gonzales was at one point taken off the air in the United States for fear of offending Mexican Americans, who then lobbied to have him put back because they considered him a positive role model for Latino children in America.
I love that.
Okay.
That's fantastic. And I'm gonna give us the number 1 because it might sound unbelievable, but Bugs Bunny, Dee Bartee, was the first TV drag queen.
What?
Yes. Yes, he was.
In the episode Mississippi Hair in 1949, he transformed into a Southern belle in order to seduce a stranger to escape from Colonel Shuffle. And Bugs Bunny would appear in drag over and over throughout the years.
And you can't tell me he didn't look good.
Interesting.
Well, those are 25 facts about the Looney Tunes that you never knew. And I know Willow and Sarah, you guys need to go for work and appointments. And so I'm going to let you do that. Thank you guys so much for being with us. Dee and I will finish out the rest of the show. And everybody follow Willow at Willow Skylor. Make sure you follow and support Sarah at author Sarah Jenkins on Instagram and Facebook and all of the socials. And buy books and give everyone love. And Willow is sporting a Space Jam t-shirt. And we love you, ladies. And you guys have a great day. Mwah.
Bye. Thank you, John.
Thank you. And Dee and I will take it from here. Dee, it's just you and I, like the
We're
old days.
alone.
So we're gonna talk.
Like the old days.
Yeah, I know. We can't talk about Looney Tunes without talking about the spin-offs. So, everyone knows Bugs and Daffy and Taz and Wile E. Coyote, but do you know these guys?
Oh, they're babies. I don't, but
These are the Tiny Toons.
Tiny Toons.
Yeah, Babs and Buster Bunny, Dizzy. I forget what the duck's first name was, and the pig. I forget their names. That's gonna drive me crazy. But the Tiny Toons were a spin-off in the early 90s, and they aired concurrently with a character that actually spun out of Tiny Toons. You see the girl up in the upper left corner, Elmira. Elmira actually crossed over to the Animaniacs and appeared in
Oh.
several episodes of the Animaniacs. It's
Okay.
time for Animaniacs, and we're zany to the max. And you remember I mentioned them being modeled after Bosco?
Yeah.
You see now the resemblance
I
to
do.
Bosco? Yeah.
Yeah.
The original Looney Tune, Bosco, and the Animaniacs are modeled. And of course, the Animaniacs had Pinky and the Brain, the Good Feathers. You had Rita and Slappy the Squirrel. God, I love Slappy the Squirrel. She was so funny. Buttons and Mindy, while Button chases Mindy, while Rita sings a verse. Did you
Okay.
watch Animaniacs at all, Dee?
No, I never did. I'm pretty sure that was like a cable thing, and I never had cable.
Well, it started as a Saturday morning show, and then because I remember watching it on Saturday mornings when I was a freshman in college. Maybe it moved to daily, and it is on again on Hulu. They went back and almost 30 years later, and I believe this year is the 30th year anniversary of Animaniacs. They started redoing it. They started fresh with new episodes, and they are now in season 3 of volume 2 of the Animaniacs on Hulu.
Oh wow.
It's phenomenal, Dee. The original voice cast, the original writers, the original director, directed by Steven Spielberg.
Wow, I love that.
Yeah. So check that out. Now, you probably don't remember this spinoff because nobody else does.
Ha! Oh no, no clue. Are they like superheroes?
Yes, these are the Lunatics.
The Lunatics?
Yes.
What the heck?
Yeah. Ace Bunny, and they're not Bugs and Babs or Bugs, Lola, Taz. They're different characters, but the the same analogs of the original Looney Tunes.
So how are they going to be lunatics if they're superheroes? Are they bad guys?
No, they're good guys,
Yeah, see, I don't like that.
but they're loony ticks, lunatics. I
Nah.
don't know.
I don't like it.
That's what. Well, nobody else did either. It lasted one season on Saturday morning TV, and it was they're at the tail end of Saturday morning cartoons. So this is one of the most recent adaptations. Now, I thought I had the graphic up. There's a new baby Looney Tunes, kind of like the Muppet Babies.
Really?
And it is the original Looney Tunes characters as babies, just like the Muppet Babies. And I had that graphic loaded, but it's not showing. Thwarted by technology. Ugh.
Oh.
And this is one that a lot of fans are very fond of. This is a video game, the Looney Tunes World of Mayhem.
Oh?
And another spinoff would be Space Jam, the Space Jam movies. Have you seen Space Jam?
It's been a long time, but yeah.
And right after Space Jam, they did the Looney Tunes movie,
Which I never saw that.
That was actually pretty good.
Ah!
That had Brendan Fraser and
Oh, maybe I did. Yeah.
Brendan Fraser and the girl who was on that show. Oh, what was that show called? It was a TV show. She was blonde, married in Dharma and Greg. She played Dharma.
Yeah, I watched that.
No, you did not.
I did.
Did you? Did you really?
Yeah.
That was a funny show, Dharma and Greg. Well, the girl who played Dharma was in the Looney Tunes movie with Brendan Fraser. And so anyway, but you know what, Dee?
What?
All of those spin-off shows, and there are dozens more, like Freakazoid. Did you ever watch Freakazoid?
Nope.
You got to see Freakazoid. One of the funniest shows ever made. Super funny. Super funny. And for whatever reason, Warner Brothers has like locked down the Freakazoid cartoons. You can't find them online anywhere. You can't find images of them. I don't know why. They've like totally protected that IP for some reason.
Well, how am I supposed to watch it then?
Well, I'm sure you can find it illegally. But it's not available on DVD or Blu-ray. And if you post images of Freakazoid, they will flag you for copyright infringement. I don't know what's going on with Freakazoid. Somebody out there who knows more than I do.
So I choose no to try to find this.
Molly Daniels said, I like Darkwing Duck. Molly, Darkwing Duck was Disney. It was not a Looney Tunes spinoff. Wrong company. But that's okay. We love you anyway, Molly. And Dave Mattingly says, I remember seeing ads for the Lunatics, but never saw it. Yeah, nobody else did either, Dave. It was like the last year of, Kids WB on Saturday morning, and it failed miserably. And Kiri Bloodrose says, Pinky and the Brain ended up becoming Elmira's pet mice during the last season of Pinky and the Brain. I knew that she crossed over from Tiny Toon Adventures to the Animaniacs, Pinky and the Brain. And that's
cool.
where it was. Dave Mattingly runs around in underwear, freakazoid. That was the lyric of the song. Runs around in underwear, freakazoid, freakazoid. What a great show. Maybe my favorite of the Warner Brothers animated cartoons. And Grizzly Adams says, I'm starting to question Dee's qualifications for this job.
I mean, he's kept me around for 11 years. I questioned that myself. I don't know.
So, Grizzly Adams, here's the deal. Dee represents you, the audience, who may have never seen some of these properties. And it is our job to introduce her to the magic that we all love. And in turn, you, the audience. So out of everything that... See, Molly did not know that Darkwing Duck was a Disney property. Yes, Darkwing Duck was in the Donald Duck verse. With Scrooge McDuck.
Donald, okay.
And DuckTales. Yeah. Woo! Everything. DuckTales.
Man, like the cartoons were... It's confusing, just like DC and Marvel. I mean, you've got Disney and like, oh my gosh.
Well, and then to confuse matters even more, you had Who Frames Roger Rabbit, which was a cartoon multiverse movie, because you had Disney, Warner Brothers, you had Harvey cartoons.
Back when everybody got along.
Yeah, yeah. That was an amazing project, and it would not happen today.
No.
It just could not happen today. And Molly says, but he looked just like Daffy, talking about Darkwing Duck. So Grizzly Adams says, I want to see a show where you just sing cartoon theme songs. Well, Grizzly Adams, guess what? Maybe starting in March, this has not been announced yet, but Dee knows what I'm talking about. There's a format change in the works, and live cartoon sing-alongs are going to be a part of it.
I'll do my research for you, Grizzly.
No, you won't. If you do your research for a complete stranger and you won't do it for me, wait, do you know him? Because he
No.
says, love you, Dee.
No. He's
Oh,
just
we got a
saying that
little.
he's saying that because of what he said earlier.
I know.
I know. I have no clue who this person is.
Well, no, he's one of our very lovely, delicious fans.
Well, yeah, but okay.
By the way, that's my new word, delicious. Did you know that last week I interviewed Joyce DeWitt from Three's Company? And that's her thing. She calls everyone delicious. Things that she loves are delicious. And
I don't think I could do that after the incident at Chowdacon. I don't think I don't want to call people delicious. I'm good.
Incident. Oh, the pocket incident. But
that would get me in more trouble than I already get into.
But we got an email from Joyce who said, I just want to thank you. Johnny was delicious.
Oh,
so delicious,
you
Johnny.
are delicious, Johnny.
And that's my new word from now on. Molly Daniel says we can chalk it up to pregnant brain memories. I was watching Darkwing Duck either pregnant with child number 1 or after he was born. And
pregnancy brain is a real thing.
Yeah, it is. And Dave Mattingly says, my favorite intercompany dig from Roger Rabbit was Daffy Duck speaking about Donald Duck, that this is the last time I work with anyone with a speech impediment.
Oh, that's funny.
That was a great scene. Daffy and Donald with the dueling pianos. You've never seen Who Framed Roger Rabbit, have you?
I have, but it's been like 20 years.
I watch it every year. It's one of my annual rewatches. It's in my top 10 favorite movies of all time. And Kiri Bloodrose says, Roger Rabbit was a gem that I don't think would ever happen again. No, probably not. Probably not. Now, Molly Daniels, this is a hot take. She said, I hated Roger Rabbit when it first appeared, but now I think I could watch it fondly. I left the theater thankful I hadn't paid for admission. My boyfriend at the time did. What? Molly, I don't think I can be friends with you anymore. Roger Rabbit was magical. Oh my God. We're going to have this discussion when we meet up at Imaginarium this summer. Do you have thoughts about that?
Not going to say it.
Grizzly Adam says, tastes great and less filling. We're not talking about beer, Grizzly. We're talking about cartoons.
He's talking about me. I'm just kidding. Just kidding. That was worse than what I was thinking earlier. Okay, time to go now.
Wow.
Moving on.
Wow. Oh my God. Well, we can't leave without this.
Oh
we
my
need
God, Dave.
to talk about some new loot. We'll get to Dave's comment in just a minute. We got to talk about some new loot, because when I was a kid, Saturday morning, you reached into the cereal box, you dug around, and you pulled out the prize. And this morning, I've got a cool prize, Dee Bartee.
Show me.
This
what you got
was sent to us.
Oh,
this is the Looney Tunes Mayhem board game.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yes, where you play as Bugs, Daffy, Taz, and Elmer Fudd. It is a game for 1 to 4 players.
John, we have to have game night now.
I know we do. We definitely do. And you roll the dice and you battle against each other. And it's a team game. So you play as a team. So 4 players play as 2 different teams, or you could play, 2 or 3 players, but it's not as effective. But and they made expansion packs. So this was provided to us by Come On Games. I'm not going to pronounce it the way other reviewers mispronounce it. They pronounce it Simon. No, that's come on. Come on. C-MON. Come on and play. Come on, games. But the Looney Tunes Mayhem, and look, Dee, the pieces, these are phenomenal because the actual game pieces. Oh, I just spilled everything on the floor.
Oh no.
That's not good. They're taped in here like you're storing toxic waste. But the actual game pieces are fully painted mini figurines.
I love that.
Aren't those great?
Those are so cool.
Yeah, they're fantastic, super high quality, and everything is thematically perfect. Even the dice. Look at these dice. The dice are, look like cartoon dice.
That's so
And,
neat.
yeah,
I love it.
This would be super fun to sit down with you and the kids, Maddie, and I would love to get Maddie and my daughter Allie and you and I playing this game together. We need to make that happen. Well, she's in Clarksville during the week, but she's here on the weekends.
Oh, okay.
So maybe we can book a Saturday.
Yeah.
Let's make that happen.
Okay.
So before we go, we still got more comments. I think this has been the highest commented show ever. Grizzly Adams says, I was talking about being a delicious fan. I love it. I love that. Okay. That's fantastic. We're going to give you that, Grizzly Adams. And Dave Mattingly says, D, challenge accepted.
Yeah,
and
we're just gonna go past that one.
JD says what everyone was thinking. This isn't that kind of show, D.
Yeah, you can go past that one too. It's fine.
Molly Daniels
I
says,
tried to blow past it really fast, but John was stuck on it. So
yeah. Apparently, Dee Bartee tastes great and is less filling.
stop.
You know what? That's going on a T-shirt, D.
Oh, jeez.
Right across your headlights.
Tastes great, less filling.
Wow. Molly Daniels says, sorry to blow your mind, Johnny. Can I redeem myself by saying I loved Space Jam? Yes, but which Space Jam? The Michael Jordan or the LeBron James? Because I just got to say, I think LeBron James' version of Space Jam was not good. What do you guys think? Did you see it, Dee?
No.
Did you see the Michael Jordan version
Yes.
of? Yeah.
Yes.
Grizzly,
I did not hear good things about the other one, so
it wasn't good. It just wasn't not good.
Yeah, I haven't even tried to watch it.
And Grizzly Adams says Clarksville represent. Yes, I might be up there this afternoon.
Whoop whoop.
Ivy Lopez says
all the time.
Look, Ivy Lopez is here, and she says, "Well, hello, you guys,
Hello,
my beautiful
Ivy.
people. Hello, Ivy. We miss you." And Molly Daniels says the original Space Jam, haven't seen the new one. And Ivy says same Space Jam, MJ, Michael Jordan is better. Yep. I agree. We're caught up with comments. Oh my God. How'd we do that? So D, out of this was a deep dive, but still just scratching the surface of what is Looney Tunes. And we didn't even talk about this, but did you know that Looney Tunes actually started out as theatrical releases?
No.
In the 40s, they were released in theaters before the movies.
Wow.
You've heard your Uncle Mike talk about going to see a movie with 2 cartoons and a newsreel before the movie. Yeah. That's what he's talking about. Looney Tunes, Tom and Jerry. There were others, but those were the main ones. They were originally produced as shorts that aired before movies on Saturday matinee shows.
Okay.
And before TV, they would show newsreels that, this happened today in Paris, France, as the Allied troops march. You've seen those old newsreels, right?
I don't think so.
It's time for a history lesson, Dee Bartee. Go search out the newsreels. Just do a YouTube search for classic newsreels, because that's how people got their
I mean, I think I know what
news.
you're talking about, because I think I've seen it in like movies.
Yes. Yeah. Sky Captain of the World of Tomorrow used those newsreels a lot throughout the movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, but I mean, I've never like seen it like a real one. I don't know.
Yeah, they're on YouTube. Grizzly Adams says they were called Merry Melodies. That is correct. And you know what else we didn't even talk about, Dee? This is a Mandela effect thing. So how do you spell Looney Tunes? How do you think you spell it?
I don't know. Looney
And Tunes?
Toons or something.
That's what most people think. No, it is Tunes.
Oh, interesting.
Everyone thinks it's Toons, and it never was.
Ha! Look at that.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah. I'm not
Captain,
the best speller, but
no, that's all right. It's one of those Mandela effects. Everyone remembers it as Toons, but it's always been tunes, as in musical tunes.
That is interesting.
And Dave Mattingly says the first Captain America, the First Avenger, used the newsreels too. And Grizzly Adams says Johnny got that transatlantic accent down. Today in world history, the Allied troops marched into Paris, France, and were met by stiff resistance by the Nazi forces. That's my radio DJ voice. Hi, I'm Rick Sterling from radio station WDORK. And Dee just looked at her watch.
I mean, we're over by 17 minutes. I got a basketball game I have to go to.
Fine. We're going to leave you with this comment from my brother, James. James Pyka says,
John's brother.
LeBron should stay out of movies.
Sorry about the show today.
Michael Jordan was the best, being the true GOAT. There should have been a period there, James. LeBron should stay out of the movies, period. MJ was the best, period, being the true GOAT. I got to give my brother a little bit of grief for his lack of grammar. And Dave Mattingly says, Johnny, I sometimes talk first day with my new tongue. That's going to be a t-shirt too. I sometimes talk like the old time news. Yes. Sometimes talk like the old newsreels when I see a Captain America cosplay. I love that. And Grizzly Adams says, bye-bye. Great show today. Thanks for watching, Grizzly. And Kiri Bloodrose says, Michael Jordan was awesome. Yes, he was the GOAT. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to leave you for another week. Next week, James Scott is going to be with us from the Across the Pond Sports Network. He's going to be in the U.S. covering the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl! And he's going to join us live on air. And I want to remind everyone, it is exciting. I'm super excited to have him. And I want to remind everyone that we are running a fan art contest. And have you seen this submission from our super fan, Dave Mattingly?
Yes.
He cast us as the Professor and the Powerpuff Girls. I love that.
I love it too.
Love it. That might have to go on a shirt. But we are running a fan art contest. Voting starts next week on the 15th of February. Get your submissions in, and we're going to let our audience vote on the winner, and the winner will win $100. So if you're an artist, just do a piece of fan art with me, Dee, Willow, Sarah, and all of us or one of us, any combination, and send it to us on Facebook. and the voting will take place on Facebook. So we would love to see your fan art, and maybe you too could win $100.
Tell Eli to get in there. He's pretty good.
I know, and he's not watching this morning. Eli, you're slacking.
I see that. Where you at?
So, Dee, are you going to go watch some Looney Tunes with the kids today? The correct answer is yes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Now, is this one that they're like, Mom, is this weird? Or do they know Bugs Bunny?
I don't think they know them, no.
Well, it's time to introduce your children to the world of Looney Tunes.
We have Girl Scout cookie pickup today. We have a basketball game. We got to deliver Girl Scout cookies. It's a whole thing. But
Well, I got to get tires changed, and I'm going to deliver snacks to you tomorrow. So if I don't see you, there will be a big box of snacks and books on your porch when you get home. So we'll coordinate that. Everybody, if you like the show, post a comment, continue to comment, like it, share it, subscribe on whatever platform you're watching. Tell 200-300 of your closest friends and family to come share the fun with us. Donate if you love the show. Donate a bowl or two of cereal, a whole box at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. And if you hate the show, donate even more generously at buymeacoffee.com/cerealboxpod. Help us to improve just for you. And if you have an RV or a travel trailer laying around that you want to donate for Back of the Cereal Box road trips, we'll take it. We will take it. And visit our website at Back of the Cereal Box Fun. backofthecerealbox.fun. And I know, Dee, I'm tripping all over my words. And the worst part is we don't edit anything. This just goes out live. So whatever comes out of our mouths is permanent. It exists.
I know. I don't know why you keep me around.
It's because you're fantastic.
Yeah, but some of the things I say, I can't take back.
I know you can't. I hate cartoons. That forever will live in infamy.
Oh,
The words that will live in infamy.
there's several things that, I mean, come on.
Yeah, like tastes
Yeah.
great, less filling. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Follow Dee Bartee at Dee Bartee Photo. You can follow me at johnpyka.com if that is your thing. And Bill Sartain says, good thing the show isn't live. No, it is, Bill. It's live. It is fully alive. It's alive. Anyway, guys, thanks for tuning in. Until the next time, love ya, mean it, and we will catch ya on the back of the cereal box.